Good morning, Kroll. How's everybody doing today? Good. That's what I like to hear. My name is Coach Zach. We are from the Detroit Red Wings. By a show of hands, who here has heard of the Detroit Red Wings before? Oh, I those hands up. That's what we like to see. Very good. Now, as you can tell, as you walked in, we're going to be having a lot of fun in this assembly. We're going to be making some noise. We're going to be cheering. We're going to be having a good time. But there are going to be some times when the coaches and I, when we're up here talking, that we need to get your attention. Now, how do your teachers, how do your principal, how do they get your attention in class or in assembly? Like that? All right, very good. Well, today that works, but I think just for this assembly, we're going to switch it up just a little bit. So what we're going to do when we need your attention, if we're talking, we're going to say the words, let's go. If you hear the coaches or I say let's go, we want you to shout back to us, Red Wings. And that means, eyes up here, we need your attention. So let's practice that. We're going to be talking, making some noise, cheering, and I'm going to say, let's go. Very good. I think they got it. We're going to do it one more time just to make sure. We're going to be talking, making some noise, cheering, and I'm going to say, let's go. Very good. All right, you guys got that down. So pay attention when the coaches or I say, let's go, you say Red Wings. That's right. That means we need your attention up here. So let's talk about all the fun things we have planned for you today. The Detroit Red Wings Foundation, the Kroger Company of Michigan. You guys might have grocery shopped at a Kroger before, right? Yeah. And the Michigan Education Savings Program. They're our friends that want to make sure that you boys and girls and your parents are thinking about saving money so you guys can go to college one day. Who here wants to go to college? A lot of you. That's awesome. Great. Well, they wanted us to come out here today and talk to you boys and girls about the importance of getting a good education like you're doing here at Kroll and living a healthy lifestyle by eating all the right foods and getting enough exercise. You guys do all those things? Yeah? All right, well, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Also, we talked to some of our players this morning. They had their practice before their big game tonight versus Chicago. We were down at the arena, and they said they had some words of advice for the boys and girls at Kroll. So we're going to talk about that. Let's see what else. Oh, almost forgot. We've got some pretty cool prizes to give away. Anyone want to win some prizes? I thought you might. So we're going to give away some prizes in just a little bit. And then do you want to hear about the most fun part of this assembly? Yes? All right. Now, raise your hands if you've ever seen a shootout in hockey before. A lot of you. Okay. If you haven't, that's all right. A shootout happens at the end of the game when it's still tied, 2-2 or 3-3, or we're trying to decide a winner. We've got one player skating down on one goalie in the net over there, trying to score. Well, you see all this hockey equipment we brought with us. We've got the goalie gear and the net over there by Coach Sarah, the sticks behind Coach Jim over there. Well, if you boys and girls are good throughout this assembly, which you've been excellent so far, you students get to take on your teachers in a shootout. Ooh. Who's going to win? Students? I don't know. I think some teachers think they can beat you. Well, we will find that out at the end of the assembly. But for now, who's ready to win some prizes? I thought so. All right. Here's how this is going to work. I brought some friends along with me to help pass out some prizes. Can you please say hi to Coach Sarah? Can you also say hi to Coach Jim? All right, here's what's going to happen. The coaches and I are going to ask you some Red Wings trivia questions. Now, if you know the answer to these questions, just like in your classroom, raise your hand. Do not shout out the answers. And if we call on you and you get it right, you win a prize. Today we are playing for Red Wings pencil cases, pencils, erasers, rulers, all that good stuff that you guys can use in the classroom. All right, first question. What is the name of this giant trophy right here? Who can tell me what that trophy is called? Who knows the name of that trophy? In the jean jacket right here. Yep. What's the name of that trophy? It's called the cup, but there's another word in it. No. That's the movie Cars. Good guess. Nope. You guys are getting close. The Stanley Cup. That is correct. What's your name? Andrew. Let's give it up for Andrew. The Stanley Cup. All right. Now, Andrew mentioned that this here is the Stanley Cup. Now, my next question's a little tougher. Now, every time the Red Wings, they win a championship, they get the Stanley Cup. So, I want to know, how many times have the Red Wings ever won the Stanley Cup? Looking for a number. More than 6. Less than 50. Less than 14. Less than 14. Less than 14. You're so close. Less than 12. Less than 12. Okay, less than 12, more than 10. Less than 12, more than 10. I better see everybody's hand up. 11, that is correct. What's your name? Alexis. Let's give it up for Alexis. 11 Stanley Cups. Coach Sarah, you got one for him?
All right, next question. Who can tell me the name of the place where the Red Wings are going to play tonight? The Joe Louis Arena, that's right. What's your name? Steven, let's give Steven a round of applause. Very good, Joe Louis Arena.
All right, got a couple more questions. My next question is just for the boys and girls in kindergarten. Where are my kindergartners at? Raise your hand if you're in kindergarten. Right over here? All right. I want to make sure you guys get a chance to win a prize. So this question is just for you boys and girls, all right? What position on the ice gets to wear this special helmet and stand in that goal over there? What position wears that helmet? Do you know? Yep, he wears that mask. What's the position called? Yeah. What? The goalie, that's right. What's your name? Give it up for Joshua. Good job, Joshua. All right. My last question's for anybody to answer. Now, let's pretend we're at Joe Louis Arena. Let's pretend it's the playoffs. So in a playoff game at the arena, when the Red Wings score a goal, the crowd goes wild. The fans at the Joe like to throw something out onto the ice when we score a goal in the playoffs. What do they throw onto the ice? Not a hat. That's for a hat trick. Good guess, though. In the yellow. An octopus. That's right. What's your name, my friend? What is it? Give it up for Corey. Good job, Corey. Congrats, man. Comets, you guys know your Red Wings trivia. Give yourselves a round of applause. We're impressed. Good work.
Very good. Now, don't worry. We'll give away some more prizes later. But for now, do you remember when I said that we talked to some of our Red Wing players today? Yeah. Well, we were down at Joe Louis Arena loading up our truck. And we saw these guys right here. Our goalie, Jimmy Howard, defenseman, Nicholas Cronwall, and our forward, Darren Helm. They were all coming in for practice. We said, hey guys, we are going out to Kroll. We're going to talk to those students today. Do you have any words of advice for the boys and girls out there? They said, yeah, Coach Zach. Make sure you talk to those students about the importance of education. Can you shout that word out for me? Education. Very good. So, we're going to talk about education. Then I saw another group of players. These guys right over here. Jonathan Erickson, our captain, Henrik Zetterberg, and our assistant captain, Pavel Datsu. They all came in, said, hey guys, we're going out to Kroll. Some of your teammates told us to talk to those boys and girls today about the importance of education. Is there anything else you want us to talk about? They said, yes, Coach Zach. Education is very important. But make sure that you talk to those students about the importance of dedication. Can you shout that word out for me, dedication? Now put them together, education and dedication. Very good. Coach Sarah, let's talk about education first.
Okay, let's talk about the importance of that word education. The coaches and I, we actually have a little secret to fill you boys and girls in on this morning. Do you want to know a secret? Secret is, you students are just like the Red Wings players when it comes to getting an education. Did you know that? No. Well, let me tell you why. So you boys and girls, you wake up in the morning, you get dressed, you eat breakfast, you brush your teeth, and you come on down to school, right? Yeah. Well, the Red Wings, they wake up, they get dressed, they brush the teeth that they still have, and they go down to Joe Louis Arena. Now, you come to school and you go to your classroom. Yell it out for me. What is it that you do in your classroom? Learn. That's right. And who's in your classroom that helps you learn? Teachers. Okay, I need you guys to do me a favor. Everybody find their teacher. Point at your teacher. Let's give our teachers a big round of applause for helping us learn each and every day. You boys and girls have some fabulous teachers here. Now I have a question. Do you think the Red Wings have teachers? They sure do. What do you call teachers of a sports team? Coaches, that's right. Okay, I have a bonus trivia question. Ears are perking up. Who can tell me the name of the head coach of the Detroit Red Wings? You forgot. Coming over here. Mike Babcock, that's right. What's your name, bud? Trent, let's give Trent a round of applause. Very good, Mike Babcock. Very good. So, you boys and girls come to school to learn from all your teachers, just like the Red Wings go to the Joe to learn from Mike Babcock and the rest of their coaches. Now, I know your teachers are teaching you a lot of different things every day, right? Who wants to share with us their favorite subject? What's your favorite subject when you come to school? Science, very good. Math, 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 math. Wow, a lot of math people. What's your favorite? Colors, you like to learn about colors, very good. Social studies, reading, math. You like to learn different words? Awesome, last one right here. Recess, good one to end on. Thank you very much. You boys and girls can put your hands down. Now, the Red Wings players, they're still learning every day too. But instead of the math and the science and the social studies, and they don't get recess anymore, they're learning new stick handling skills, learning how to be better on offense, better on defense. Jimmy Howard, he's learning how to be a better goalie every day. Now, after a couple weeks, let's say our teacher has been teaching us something in math, and they want to know how much we've learned. What are they going to give you to take? Yell it out. A test, that's right. Do you think the Red Wings take tests? They sure do. Do you want to know how many? 82 tests. That's a lot of tests, right? Because they have 82 games each season, and each game is like a test to them. Now, if you students study really, really hard and do your best on those tests, what's your teacher going to put on top of your paper? An A+, that's right. Well, the Red Wings, they're trying to get a letter too. But instead of an A, they're trying to get a W for what? Win, that's right. Now, if you keep getting those A's, you're going to go to middle school and then high school, and then like Coach Zach was saying, maybe even college, right? Well, guess what? A bunch of our players, they went to college right here in Michigan. Like Justin Abdelkader, he and I went to Michigan State. Are there any Spartan fans out there? Woo! Go Spartans, that's right. And his teammate, Luke Glendenning, he went to University of Michigan. Ooh. Danny DeKaiser, he went to Western Michigan. Coach Zach, he went to Central Michigan. Couple chips. So our friends at Michigan Education Savings Program want to make sure that you boys and girls are thinking about saving up for college. so that one day you could go to one of those great schools or any of the other schools all across the country, maybe become a teacher, come work for us at the Red Wings. So what did we just learn about that word education? You boys and girls are just like the Red Wings. You both have a place where you go to learn. You have someone who teaches you. You learn a bunch of different things, and then you take tests on those subjects, right? It was all a part of that word education. Yell it out for me.
Okay, now that we're talking about education, I have one more thing I want to talk about really quickly. Do you guys know that you not only learn from your teachers here at school, but you learn from one another as well? Yeah, you guys teach each other cool things here every day, don't you? So do our Red Wing players. They're at Joe Louis Arena teaching each other cool new things on the ice every day too. Now, did you also know that our players come from all over the world? Yeah, they do. Jimmy Howard, our goalie, he comes from the United States. You guys know where that is, right? I hope so. Darren Helm, one of our forwards, comes from Canada. You know where that's at, just across the river. Yeah. Henrik Zetterberg, our captain, comes from Sweden in Europe. Pavel Datsuk comes from Russia on the other side of the world. These guys come from all over the place. They look different. They speak different languages. But from all the different places they come from, they've learned different things from their coaches or their parents that they bring to the Joe and teach one another every day. New stick handling skills, new ways to beat the Blackhawks tonight, hopefully. Now, you guys, like Coach Sarah was talking about, you guys are a lot like our Red Wing players. You're all different too, aren't you? Yeah, you guys look different. You talk different. And from all the different places you guys come from, you've learned different things too from your parents, your brothers and your sisters, your grandparents, that you bring here to Kroll and teach one another every day in the classroom. Now, you'll never see our Red Wing players teasing one another, making fun of one another because they're different. They love that they are so different from each other. They take all those things that they've learned all over the world, they bring them to Detroit, and it makes them a much better hockey team. And that's what they want you guys to remember. If someone here at your school might be a little different than you, might look a little different or talk a little different than you, not to call them names, not to make fun of them or put them down, but instead learn from that person. Because if you guys can do that, it'll make you here at Kroll a much smarter school, just like it makes our Red Wing players a much better hockey team on the ice. So when it comes to education, it's obviously very important to learn from your teachers here at school, but it is just as important to learn from one another as well. And that is pretty cool. But now that we talked about education, what was that second word we're supposed to talk about? Dedication, that's right. Before we do that, though, do you guys want to have a little fun and play a game?
All right, Coach Zach. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little relay race up front here. I'm going to send Coach Sarah and Coach Jim on out to pick 2 teams of 2. So if you want to play and you get a stick from one of our coaches, come right up to the front here and see me. Come on up, come on up. Come right up front here. Right up front, right over here. Come on over. You're going to be right behind this cone. You're going to be right behind her. You're going to be right over here in the blue. You're going to be right back here. And Coach Sarah's got our last contestant. Come on over. Come on over, right over here. Very good. All right, let's meet our 2 teams. What's your name?
Amber.
Amber, what grade are you in?
First.
Let's hear for Amber from the 1st grade. Your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, what grade?
5th.
Let's hear for Matthew from the 5th grade. Your name?
Isabella.
Isabella, what grade?
5th grade.
Let's hear for Isabella from the 5th grade. Your name?
Dwinell.
What is it?
Dwinell.
Dwinell, what grade?
4th.
Let's hear for Dwinell from the 4th grade. All right. Now, boys and girls, pay attention up here. In case you've never played hockey before, Coach Jim is going to show you how to hold a hockey stick, all right? Now, should you hold a hockey stick like this? Nope, not like that. What about like this? No, Coach Jim. Let's try again. What about like this? No. Come on, Coach Jim, you're scaring the kindergartners. All right, what about like this? There you go. You're going to put your stick in both hands just like Coach Jim has it there. Put that blade flat on the ground. And when it is your turn, you're going to take the ball, stick handle, back and forth, around the cone, back and forth some more. And when you get to the end, you're going to pass to your teammate. And then they're going to go. As always, we're going to let the ladies go first. Then they will go down and back, pass it to the gentlemen, then they're going to go. Now, I need your boys and girls' help cheering them on throughout the race. All right, are we ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. Keep going. There you go. Good start. Keep going. All the way around that cone, all the way around that cone. Make that turn. There you go. Help her out, Coach Jim. Ooh, it's going to be close. We got a close race. Cheer them on. They're going to have to pass to the guys. There we go. All right. It's going to be close. Got some good stick handlers up here. Make that turn around the cone. Oh, good turns. It's going to come down to the end. We've got our winners. Very good. Here you go. I got it. You can go stand over there. All right. Now, boys and girls, shake hands. Show good sportsmanship. Good game. Good game. Very good. All right. And before you sit down, Coach Jim's got some water bottles for you for playing today. Let's give him one more big round of applause for playing today. Showing everyone how to stick handle. Very good. Now, I hope that everyone else in the assembly was paying attention to that stick handling, because we're going to need that when we take on those teachers in a shootout later. All right. Now, before we get to that shootout, that other word we need to talk about was dedication. Very good. Coach Jim, let's talk about dedication.
Let's go! Some of you remembered. Let's go! Good. All right, so dedication. Now, as a big part of dedication, what's it called when you set something for yourself and you work really hard to achieve it? Yell it out for me. A goal, that's right. Okay, how many of you here at Kroll have ever set a goal, worked hard, dedicated yourself to that goal, and achieved it? Has anybody ever done that before? Whoa, lots of you. That's awesome. All right, you can put your hands down. Now, doesn't it feel good when you achieve a goal you set for yourself? Feels pretty good, doesn't it? So I want to hear from you. Can one of you guys tell me a time when you set a goal, you worked hard, and you achieved that goal? Who's got an example? You've got one? Stand on up. Come on over. Come on over. What's your name?
Hannah,
Hannah, what grade are you in?
4th.
What was the goal you set for yourself?
This summer we had a reading challenge. I set my goal for that and I achieved it.
A reading challenge. So you had to read a certain amount of books throughout the summer. So you had to dedicate some of your summertime. Instead of being outside playing with your friends, you had to dedicate some time to reading, right? And did you read all the books that you needed to do during the summer?
Yes.
Let's give a round of applause. I love that goal. Thank you very much. You've got one. Stand on up. What's your name, my friend? What grade are you in?
In 5th grade,
And what was the goal you set for yourself?
an eating challenge against my dad.
An eating challenge against your dad. Hopefully it was some healthy foods. So what did you have to eat? You had to eat more than him? And did you eat more than him? Let's give him a round of applause. That's a good goal. All right. All right. You guys can put your hands down. Thanks so much. It's awesome to see that you boys and girls know what it's like to set a goal, work hard, and achieve that goal. Now, when our Red Wing players, when these guys were your age, growing up in school, do you think they set goals for themselves? Heck yeah, they did. They set goals to get good grades in school, do well on their tests, hopefully the same as you guys. They also set a goal to become professional hockey players. Did they achieve their goal? Heck yeah, they're on the Red Wings. And when we talked to them, they said, Coach Jim, we achieved our goal, all of our goals, by doing two things. Two things that are so important, every single person needs to do them to achieve any goal they set for themselves in life. Those two things are eat healthy and get a lot of exercise. Do you guys do both of those things? Yeah? Let's talk about eating healthy first. You guys eat healthy here, huh? So tell me something. If the coaches and I go back to your classrooms right now and we go through all of your lunches, there's going to be nothing but healthy foods in them, right? All right, I'm not actually going to do that, but I appreciate the honesty. There may not be all healthy foods in your lunch today, but you guys are smart here. You know the differences from a healthy food from a treat, right? Healthy food, something that is good for your body, you should have every day for every meal. From, say, a treat, something that probably tastes pretty good, but you don't want to have it all the time. You guys know those differences, right? Have you ever seen this chart before? Yeah, good. This is called My Plate. These are all the foods that should be on your plate every time you have a meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You've got your fruits and vegetables. You guys know what those are. Your grains like your breads or your pastas. Your protein like your chicken, your fish, or my favorite, some steak. Who's with me on that? Love my steak. And you've got dairy like your milk or your yogurt. Now, since you Comets are so smart here and know your My Plate, if we were to give you a little quiz, you're going to pass that quiz, right? Coach Sarah, let's do that.
Okay, here's how it's going to work. The coaches and I, we stopped at Kroger on our way here this morning to get some food for lunch later, and we took pictures of some of the foods that we saw. Coach Zach is holding those pictures. So when you boys and girls see a picture of a healthy food, like Coach Jim was just talking about, something that's a part of My Plate we could be eating with every meal, I need you to scream yes really loud. Can you do that for me? Perfect. And if you see a picture of a treat, something that we should only be having every once in a while that you do not find on My Plate, I need you to scream no really loud. Can you do that? Okay, I think they're ready. Yes, an apple is a fruit. That's right, and like our oranges and bananas, we should be having 2 to 3 servings of fruit per day. No. Coach Jim and Coach Zach love cookies, but I have to remind them that they can't have cookies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, bread is good for us. Maybe the best kind to have on our sandwiches is whole grain or wheat bread. No, chips are definitely a treat. Yes, carrots are good for us. Just like our fruits, we should be having 2 to 3 servings of carrots per day. No. Suckers are delicious, but not something we should have all the time. Yes, chicken is good for us, like Coach Jim was saying. Steak, turkey, fish. These foods have protein to give us energy to get throughout our long days. Yes, milk is very good for us. It's a dairy, right? Like our cheese and our yogurt, which we should be having 5 servings of every day. Give yourselves a round of applause. You boys and girls definitely aced that quiz. Nice work.
Good work, Kroll. I'm impressed. Now, let me tell you something. That is by far going to be the easiest quiz you guys take all year. I knew you were going to pass that. But since you're all smart here and you know your healthy foods from your treats, do you guys notice that when you eat those healthy foods, it gives you more energy? Yeah, those foods that are on My Plate, those are the foods your body needs every day to function, to get through your long days. And the Red Wing players know this too. So they try and eat healthy every day for every meal so they can have as much energy as possible to play hockey, hopefully win more games, win more Stanley Cups. And those treats that we talked about, those chips, candy, cookies, those things taste kind of good, don't they? Heck yeah, they do. But you know what? Those things are all right to have every now and then to spoil yourself with, just as long as you're not having them every day for every meal. Then you're going to be all right. Now, when we talked to our players this morning, they wanted to know if you guys can make a promise to them. Can you make a promise to the Red Wing hockey team? Here's what they want you to do. Listen up. When you wake up in the morning, before you come here to school, so on Monday morning, if mom and dad packed you a lunch, they want you to open it up, see what's inside. If there aren't any healthy foods in that lunch, they want you to pack it back up, hand it back to mom and dad. Look at them straight in the eye. You say, Mom and Dad, listen up. And listen good. The Red Wing hockey team would like you to start putting healthy foods in my lunch right now. And then be polite about it and say, pretty please. Can you do that for them? If you do this, 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, your parents are going to be shocked. They're going to say, what? My son or daughter is asking for healthy foods in lunch? That's so cool. Number 2, you're going to find you have a lot more energy when you come here to school because you're eating those good foods that your body needs. You'll be able to focus more in class when your teachers are talking. You'll do better on your homework, better on your tests, have more energy when you come down to the gym for gym class or outside for recess. So you guys can make that promise to the Red Wing hockey team? Oh, they're going to be happy to hear that. So they eat healthy and they get a lot of exercise. Do you guys get exercise here at Kroll? Give me some examples. What are your favorite ways to get exercise? Yeah. Push-ups, I love it. What else? Running. Sit-ups, definitely. Jogging. Jumping jacks. What else? Yeah. What is it? Scissor jacks, yes. What is it? Yep. What else? Jumping jacks? Yep. What else? Push-ups. Couple more. What is it? Yep. What else? Skating. Jamba shoots. Drop and shoots. What is that? Wait, show me. I want to see what a drop and shoot is. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. All right, put your hands down. You guys are awesome. So you guys know hundreds of ways to get exercise. Now, when we talked to our Red Wing players, they said, Coach Jim, can you make sure those Comets are getting exercise today? I said, oh yeah, I will. So guess what we're going to do right now? We're getting exercise in this assembly. I need everybody stand up. Let's go. I need some volunteers who can help me lead some exercises. All right, come on up. What's your name?
Megan.
Megan? What should you do before you do any exercise? Stretch, right? Let's do 10 toe touches. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give it up for Megan. Good job, Megan. All right, who else wants to help me out? My man right there, come on up. What's your name, my friend? Isaiah, let's get him moving now, Isaiah. How about we do 10 jumping jacks? Are you ready, Isaiah? Go. 1. Give it up for Isaiah. Who else wants to help me? I need one more. Come on up. Come on up. What's your name, my friend? Maya. Let's do 10 squats. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it up for Mike. Let's finish it off with a 10-second jog in place. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a seat. Give yourselves a round of applause. You just got some exercise. Good work, Kroll. Let's go. Let's go. You're not tired, are you? No. That was just a little bit of exercise. I'd say 1, maybe 2 minutes. Does anybody know how many minutes we should be getting every day? 60, I heard it. 1 hour, 60 minutes every day. Do you know when our Red Wing players get exercise? These guys get like 150, 200 minutes every day. So when you think about it, 60 minutes, that's nothing. You guys can do that, no problem. And when they get exercise, they do a lot of the same things you guys do. They obviously play hockey, but they also ride their bikes. They run. They play other sports like soccer, baseball, football. They do all sorts of stuff. So, like you made that promise to the Red Wing hockey team to check those lunches and continue eating healthy, can you make one more promise to get at least 60 minutes of exercise every single day? Oh, that is awesome. We're going to go back to the Joe today. And before the Red Wing players take on those Blackhawks tonight, we're going to let them know that we came out here to Kroll, we talked to you Comets, and you guys made that promise to continue eating healthy and get 60 minutes of exercise every single day. They're going to be so happy to hear that. Now, it was all part of that word dedication, right? Dedicating yourself to your goals, but also to your body. by eating the right foods and getting 60 minutes of exercise. Shout it out for a moment of time. Dedication!
All right, boys and girls at Kroll, now that we've talked about education and dedication, you boys and girls have been excellent all morning. Coach Sarah's made a lot of noise. How about we take on those teachers in a shootout? I thought you guys are ready for that. All right, you guys can put your hands down. Put your hands down. Here's what I need from you first. Now, it is always very easy to get you boys and girls to participate. But every once in a while, we have some trouble convincing your teachers that they need to come up here. So I need your help in convincing 6 teachers to come up and play in the shootout. Come on, teachers. Teachers, don't be shy. Come right up to the front if you want to play. Come on up, teachers, right over here. Come on up. Come on up, teachers. We've got 1. 1 brave soul. 2. 3, right on over here. Single file line. 4. 5. 5. We need 1 more. All right, we've got it right over here. 6, very good. All right, boys and girls, have a seat. Thank you very much. Have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you. Thank you for your help. All right, let's meet our teacher team. What's your name? What grade do you teach?
Mr. Cole, 5th grade.
Let's hear it for Mr. Cole. All right, Mr. Cole, since you were the first one I came to, I've got a lot of faith that you can have a special task for our teacher team. You're going to be the goalie. So go on over, see Coach Jim and Coach Sarah. They're going to suit them up. All right, Mr. Cole. Now let's meet the rest of our teacher team. Your name and what grade you teach?
Mrs. Dunn, 3rd grade.
Let's hear it for Mrs. Dunn. Excuse me. For you if you need. Your name and what grade you teach?
Mrs. Costelli, 5th grade.
Let's hear it for Mrs. Costelli in the 5th grade. Your name and what grade you teach?
Mrs. Thompson, kindergarten.
Let's hear it for Mrs. Thompson. Your name and what grade?
Harrington Technology.
Let's hear it for Mrs. Harrington. And last but not least, your name and what grade you teach?
Mrs. Finn, kindergarten.
Let's hear it for Mrs. Finn. All right, boys and girls, that is our teacher team. Now, in order to pick a student team, I need everyone sitting flat on the ground. Crisscross applesauce. There you go. Thank you very much. Now, I'm only going to pick students who are sitting quietly, raising their hands flat on the ground. Now, first of all, I would love some assistance. Yes. First of all, you know what? I need you to help me pick a goalie. Someone from maybe one of the older grades. Steven, come on up, Steven. Steven's going to be our goalie. Go on over, see Coach Sarah. Who else would you like to bring up? Nope. Not, I just needed an older goalie. Now we can choose from the whole. All right, Cohen, come on up. Cohen, you want to stand right over here, please? Let's hear it for the student team. All right. Now, students, you're going to be shooting on Mr. Cole, our teacher goalie. Teachers, you're going to be shooting on our student goalie. Whoever scores the most out of 5 is going to be our winner. Now, if you want to turn around, pay attention to Coach Jim. He's going to show you what to do. Student team right up here. Coach Jim's going to show you what to do when it's your team, when it's your turn. You're going to take the ball, stick handle, back and forth, back and forth. Oh! You're going to try and score unlike Coach Jim, all right? Now, I need you boys and girls to help cheer on that student team to victory, all right? First shooters ready? All right. Ready? Cohen. Cohen. He's in. He lines. He shoots. Oh, big save by Mr. Cole. All right, switch him up. Steven in net. All right, let's get our first teacher shooter ready. Steven. Steven. No goal. Big save by Steven. All right, Steven. Mr. Cole's back in net. Students. Student. He goes backhand. He scores! 1-0. Slides one through the 5-hole. Let's get our next teacher shooter ready. Steven's back in net. Steven. Steven. No goal. Big save, Steven. All right. McKenna. McKenna. She goes back in. Oh, she scores! The old moving net trick. Works every time. Good job, McKenna. All right. Steven. 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 Another kick save by Steven. All right. All right. Maya. 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 Oh, just wide. Nice try, Maya. Come on back. Nice shot. Good job. You can wait right in the back of the line, okay? All right, Steven's back in net. Steven. Steven. Another kick save. I think Steven's done this before. All right. Last but not least. All right, you ready, Ava? All right. Ava. Ava. Oh, walk with me. Walk with me. Keep coming. All right, let her rip. She scores! All right, Ava! Nice shot, Ava. Let's get our last teacher shooter ready. Steven's in net again. Steven. Steven. She scores! Students win 4-1. Let's hear it for the student team. Well done, students. Make sure you shake hands with the teacher team. Show good sportsmanship. Good job, students. Let's hear it for our goalies, Steven and Mr. Cole. They were awesome in net. Now, students, student team, before you sit down, make sure you go see Coach Sarah. She's got a t-shirt for you. Steven, before you sit down, make sure you get a t-shirt over here, all right? Let's give our student team one more big round of applause for their win today. Let's go. Let's go. Very good. Now, just in case you did not get to come up here and do the stick handling relay race or our shootout, don't worry, I've got some good news for you. Do you guys want to know what that news is? All right. Well, you see all this hockey equipment we just used, the net, the goalie gear, the sticks and balls. Well, the Detroit Red Wings Foundation bought all that equipment, and they're donating it to you, Kroll Comets, so you guys can use that whenever you come down to gym class. Sound good? Now you guys can work on your hockey, work on your shootout skills. At the end of the year, Mr. Cole won't be able to stop any of your shots, all right? That's not all. Has anyone ever seen the 11 banners we have hanging in the rafters at Joe Louis Arena? All 11 Stanley Cup banners? Yeah? Well, to say thank you for having us out here to Kroll, we've got you your very own school assembly banner to hang in your gym, so anyone that comes to your school knows that you boys and girls are Red Wing fans. That's yours to keep as well. Well, that's not all. We wanted something that each one of you boys and girls could take home with as a gift from the Red Wings. So, when you go back to your classroom today, you're each going to get your very own Detroit Red Wings folder to use in school the rest of the year. Sound good? Looking pretty sweet. Now, before you start using that folder in school, take it home because there's a lot of cool things inside the folder. Like this, we've got a cookbook from Kroger with a lot of healthy recipes that you guys can make. Also, we've got a brochure here from our friends at Michigan Education Savings Program. So take this home, show your parents, make sure you talk to them, make sure they're saving up so you guys can go to college like Michigan, Michigan State, Central Michigan, or any other college all over the country. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Listen up. Raise your hands if you've ever wanted to learn how to skate or learn how to play hockey. Raise your hands. All right, a lot of you. You guys can put your hands down. We are offering a free, F-R-E-E, free, learn to play and learn to skate hockey clinic. What does that mean? On the back of this flyer, we have a lot of dates and cities and hockey rinks. If you show up to one of these hockey rinks on one of these days, we will bring the hockey equipment. We'll bring the skates. All you guys have to do is show up, and we will teach you how to skate and how to play hockey. Sound good? Lastly, ooh, this is a good one. I have here a membership form for the Detroit Red Wings Kids Club. Now, if you sign up to be a Red Wings Kids Club member, you get a cool Red Wings hat, an awesome Red Wings bag, and you get invited to parties at Joe Louis Arena where you can skate on the ice and tour the Red Wings locker room. Sound fun? All right, so let's recap. You guys have got new hockey equipment for your gym, a banner to hang here at Kroll, and you're each going home with a folder from the Red Wings. Are you guys still Red Wing fans? That's what I like to hear. What 2 words did we talk about today? Very good. Education and dedication. Education. Learning from your teachers and learning from one another and being kind to one another. And dedication. Dedicating yourselves to your goals, working hard to achieve those goals, and dedicating yourselves to your bodies by eating healthy and getting 60 minutes of exercise every day. One more time. Education and dedication. Now, let's give a big round of applause for the Detroit Red Wings Foundation for the hockey equipment and to Kroger and MESP for the folder and the banner that you guys get to keep. And lastly, it takes one awesome school to have us out here for an assembly. So let's give it up for your teachers, your principal, your PTO, your parents, anyone else who had a hand in bringing us out here today. We really want to thank them.